So do you feel like you lose more often than you should at the game of craps? With a little luck on your side, you can win at craps. The dice have to roll in your favor, but sometimes we just shoot our own selves in the foot with how we play. Now I'm here at the Grand Sierra Resort, and this is where I like to play. And today, hopefully, I'm gonna help you color up more often. Today we're going to look at taking down or regressing your place bets. Now many of us just leave our bets up hoping for that long roll. And when that long roll happens, we are in great shape and can win a lot of money. But how often does that really happen? The average roll, according to math, lasts 8.5 rolls, with the 7 showing up once in every 6 rolls. If 8.5 is the average, that means for every 10 to 15 roll hand, we're going to see that 3 to 5 roll hand. Now this is very interesting. I'm going to show you how a player with just 2 hits on their place bets is more profitable than a player who leaves their bets up for 5 wins. All right, let me set up 2 players here at a $10 table. So they have $10 on the 5 and 9 and $12 on the 6 and 8. The winnings are going to be $14 no matter what we roll here. All right, let's start off and say the shooter rolls a 6, so both players are going to win $14. So player 1, 14, player 2, 14. I'm just going to kind of separate these so we can see them a little bit better. All right, now the 9 rolls. All right, both players, again, are going to win $14. And actually, I could pay out 15 for 1, just to make it easy here. And the same with this player. He's going to get paid 15 for 1, or $14. Now, player 1, he's got his 2 hits, and he says to the dealer, take down my bets, please. So the dealer takes down his bets, pushes them off to the player, and he's done. Player 2, however, leaves his bets working, and what happens on the next roll? We see a 7. Down come all of his bets. So what does he have left here? He has $10, $20, $25, $28. The player with 2 hits and down, got all kinds of money here. 10, 20, 25, 50, 65, 72. So what would you rather have, 72 or 28? All right, let me set up again and we'll take a look at, I don't know, 5 hits. All right, we're set up with the same $10 units on all the numbers. All right, the 5 rolls and both players are going to get paid $14. Player 1, 14, player 2, $14. Now another number hits, the 6 rolls. We're going to get paid $14. I'm going to pay this player 15 for 1. And the same here for this player here, 15 for 1. Our first player, remember, he's going to stick to 2 hits and then ask the dealer to bring down his bets. So push that off to the player and he's done playing. Now our other player here is going for his 3rd hit, and sure enough he gets it. Let's say the 8 rolls. He's going to get paid $14. I'm going to pay out 15 for 1. He keeps going. Now the 9 rolls. Again, he's going to get paid 14 or 15 for 1. He's had 4 hits. Let's say he actually keeps it going and has a 5th hit. He hits the 9 again. He's going to get paid 15 for 1 or $14. The next roll, he's like, you know what? I can hit some more numbers, make some more money, but it doesn't, right? The 7 shows, down come his bets. Now let's see where both players stand. All right, player B is at 25, 50, 60, $70. If you remember our other player from earlier, he should have 25, 50, 65, $72. So even after 5 hits, our player who leaves his bets up is still behind. Now, if you can get 6 wins, you do come out ahead by leaving your bets up. But you've got to get those extra 4 hits compared to this player. Now, don't misunderstand me. This doesn't make 2 hits and down a foolproof strategy. Unless you're leaving the casino, as soon as you put your money right back up, you could just as easily lose your money to the 7 on the very first roll. The odds are always 1 in 6 that the 7 shows. The same as a player who has left their bets up for 5, 6, even 10 hits. but it is something to think about and consider. Now, this is a game and we're here to gamble, so I personally don't like taking my bets completely down and having no money on the table as the rolls go by. But maybe you could regress your bets, which just means lower your bets, or remove a few of your bets. Just do whatever you're comfortable with. If you like to take the risk, leave your bets up and even press them if you're really going for that big win. All right, let's go ahead and do a little live roll comparing a player who does 2 hits and down versus a player that will just same bet every time. And we'll even throw in a player that will press his bet and then collect and just kind of alternate. All right, hopefully you can see the bankroll. I'm doing $300 each. It's probably not enough for this, but we'll see what happens. We'll go ahead and get a point established, and then all of our bettors are going to, we'll say we'll go across all the numbers, so 64 across. All right, the point is going to be 10. 10's our point. So let me go ahead and grab 50, 65. Get a dollar change for this player and set him up. And then our other players here, let's go ahead and grab 65. Get a dollar change and get him set up back here. And then our last player here in the corner, again, I'm going to grab 65. Get a dollar change to that player and get him set up over here. And this is going to be our pressing player. All right, let's go ahead and see what happens. Here we go. Dice, they roll, and we have a 4 for the hard way. I'm just going to pay these at place bets, so we're going to get $18 for each player. So let me go ahead and just count out 18, and then send them off to our players. That's our first hit. Let's go ahead and roll the dice, see what happens, see if we can get a second hit. 9, center field 9. All right, so here all of our players are going to win 14. I'm going to ask all the players to drop me a dollar, and then I'm going to pay them all 15. 15 for one. And get some more red here. So 15, 15, and 15. All right, so let me put these in their rack. And our first player up front, he's actually going to go off. Let me see if they have an off lammer here. We got an on. That's all right, just for visuals, I'm actually going to pull down his money. I would probably ask the dealer to go off. That way he could just put a button on it, know that they're off, and then whenever you're ready to go back on, you can turn them back on. So I'm going to just stick that in his rail back there. And then it kind of makes it a little visual easier. I did forget that our third player was going to press his numbers. So he collected on the first number. Let's say the 9 this time, he actually wants to press it. So he won 14. He's actually going to press his bet to 20. And then just keep $4. And then he'll just alternate pressing and collecting and see what happens. All right, here we go. 10 the hard way, that's going to be our point. My dice rolled there, but we rolled back to the 10. So again, both players are going to get paid 18. And this player, he pressed last time, so he'll just collect this time. So we can rack those up for both players. Puck's going to go off. Our bets are off, and then we'll get the shooter to establish a new point and see what happens. 8 hard. So we'll mark the 8. Now our bets are working. Our other player, he's still just kind of watching the dice go by. Let's see what happens here. 10 hard. All right, both players are going to get paid 18. Our third player here is going to press it. And let's say he's got enough here, he's going to go ahead and press it to 25 and make it a buy bet. And so he's just going to rack a couple pennies. Go ahead and mark this as a buy bet, and it would move inside. And here we go, let's keep rolling. Next time he'll just collect. And no one's going to do anything because there's the 7. So everything's going to come down here. And I could tell you who's better off right now. It's probably going to be player 1, because I know we didn't get our 6 hits. But let's go ahead and roll through it again. We'll have a new shooter and see what happens after another shooter. All right, here we go. Let's see some hot dice, shooter. 9. 9's going to be our point. So we'll mark the 9, and then we'll get 64 from all of our players. This player, we should have enough here. Let's go ahead and grab 64 from this player. I haven't really kept my rack very clean. That's okay. Chips are going everywhere. And then our final player. Let's kind of clean this up if I can a little bit. Maybe I should throw these ones back here. Not a 9. There we go. Caps on the 6 and 8. All right, we are set up and we are ready to go. Let's see what happens. Yo, 11. All right, that doesn't affect us. It's in the field. We're just across the box numbers. 8. 8 easy. All right, $12 is going to pay 14 for all of them. So I'm going to pay out, ask the players to drop me 1. Everyone drop me $1. And I'm going to pay out 15 to 1 for all of our players here. All right, 15, 15, and 15. Keep an eye on me, make sure that I'm putting the right payoffs in the right racks here. All right, here we go, looking for another box number. Yo, 11, all right, didn't we just see an 11 a second ago? All right, shooter, let's give me another number. 8, 8 easy again. All right, same thing. Our $12 is gonna win 14. Players, drop me $1. So we're all gonna drop $1, and I'm gonna pay you out 15 for 1, just to make it easy. 15, 15, and 15. So everyone kind of does the same here. Our first player, he's gonna go off though. So he's gonna come down. He's happy with his 2 hits. I don't wanna encroach on this player's money. And these guys are gonna try to go for 4 more hits to come out ahead. Let's see if they can do it. Look at that, the very next roll, ouch. All right, down come our bets. I'm not gonna, I'm gonna go ahead and take them down. I was gonna say I'll just pay to keep them up, but I wanna kind of show this legitimately as I can. What do you say we just give this one more try? 3 seems like a decent little roll. And see what happens here. Coming out, new shooter, 9. Point is going to be 9. So we'll mark that up. All right. So we got 64 from this player, no problem. So he's set up with his 64 across. Let's go ahead and grab this player, get him set up. He doesn't have enough ones, so I'm going to take a 5, give him $1 change, get his caps on the 6 and 8. And then our last player, he doesn't have the change. I'm just going to go ahead and grab 50, 65, give $1 change, put that back there. These are roulette chips, by the way, if you're wondering. And these are just marked A, so they're not $1, but these are, well, actually, these look like old chips. These are roulette chips, but these are marked 5 and 25, so these might just be, no cash value. Either way, they're nice top hat and cane chips, but I'm still fumbling with them. All right, here we go. Our players are all ready to go. Hoping to see some numbers. 4 for the hard way. All right, all our players are going to get paid 18 for their $10 bet. So 18, 18, 18, and then let's see, the third player, I'm going to actually remember this time to press him, so he's going to press. He's going to go to 25, so he just gets a couple dollars in change. The rest of these guys can rack up theirs. $18. That's the first hit for this player. Let me clean this up a little bit. All right, here we go, looking for a second hit. Player 3 would love to see that 4. All right, we have the 5. So $10 is going to pay 14. I'm going to pay out 15 for 1. So players, drop me $1. Now player 3, he actually pressed last time, so maybe this time he collects. So 15, 15, 15 for everybody. Player A, he's going to come down. And he's actually done. Let me go ahead and clean that up a little bit. And we'll see how these other players fare. 12 craps, we don't care about that. 5. All right, both players, again, are going to get paid 14 for 1. So let's drop me $1 from each of you. And I'm going to pay out 15 for 1. And player 3, he's going to press his bet. So let's take me up to 25. So there we go. And then player B, he's just the same better, so he's just going to rack it up. All right, let's see if we can get a couple more hits. Let's see what happens. 8 easy. All right, 12 is going to pay 14 for both of them. Again, let's drop me $1. Pay out 15 for 1 for both of you. And he pressed last time. Yeah, he's just going to collect this time. And here we go. Let's keep this roll going. Yo, 11. All right, that doesn't affect our players. No one's betting the horn. 8 hard. There's that 8 again. All right, players drop me $1. I'm going to pay you out 15 for 1. This player here is actually going to press. So let me just go ahead and make this look like 24. And he's going to get another $1 back here. I shouldn't have collected that from him. So he's pressed up, rack a couple pennies, and then our same bettor is just going to rack his. So player 3, he's looking for the 4, 5, or 8, which would be great. 8 is great. 6 hard. All right, threw it right in the hole there. All right, both players are going to get paid 14. Let's go ahead and drop $1 and pay out 15. Oh, I'm already needing some more red. Pay out 15 for 1 for both of them. And we're just going to both rack them this time. And we'll keep rolling. Here we go. Remember, we need 4 extra to come out ahead. 7. Not going to happen. All right. So we'll take all these bets down, and we'll see how the 3 players fared. We'll total them up. And we'll be done. So who do we want to start with? Let's go ahead and start with player A. He never got in. Let's see how he did here. 100, 150, 175, 200, 225, 250, 275, 300, there's Lion, 325, 350, 375, 385, 390, 392. All right, let me color him up for 375, 92. I'll fast forward through some of this so you don't have to watch it all. All right, let's take a look at our same bettor. You just same bet every time. So 100, 150, 175, 200, 225, 250, 275, 280, 290, 292. So let's get him colored up. 275, 92. And then now we'll look at our press player, which he didn't, I don't think he ever hit a pressed up number. So we've got 125, 150, 175, 200, 220, 225. So I'm going to put up 225. I mean, look at the difference. It's actually pretty staggering. 225, 292, 392. Yes, I understand if you do 2 hits and down, you're not playing the game, right? You came to play the game and gamble. But again, maybe you start out higher and regress your bets. Maybe if you are across all the numbers, you pull a couple numbers down and just stick with the 6 and 8 or something like that. There's really a lot of options, but this video is not about how you should play, because that just depends on how the dice rolls. The press better, if we were repeating numbers, I mean, he could have walked away with a small fortune. And those rolls do happen sometimes, but the average is 8.5, which means there are plenty of rolls that are below 8. And remember that 7 is always coming. So this is just to get your mind thinking about how you're playing. And if the video is about you losing, right? If you are losing consistently, remember this guy bought in for 300. He's actually down. Well, actually both players are down because he's at 292. So he's actually lost $8. Our only profitable player with this particular roll is the 2 hits and down. So it's just something to consider, something to maybe, tweak or adjust your play and prevent yourself from losing more, and actually move to a player who wins more and colors up more often. So however you like to play, good luck on coloring up.